is my opinion. I think Anyone But Me is part of that exposure. Is it a healthy thing to have shows like this where people can see these scenarios who haven't been introduced to them before, to maybe figure out how they should react or what's appropriate?
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely, because first of all, they become engaged with the characters who we hope are portraying the kind, people's real issues and dynamics and humor and so on. So they become engaged with those people and then become engaged with their stories. I think it's not eye-opening in any shocking sense. I think it's eye-opening in the number of people, both men and women, and of different ages, I must say, who can relate to this and see the need for this. I mean, we, as for young and older gay people, we get letters all of the time, like, I wish this had been around when I was younger, or this gave me the courage to come out.
Well, I wanted to share with you, I had mentioned my daughter is gay, and it was into no small part of shows like Anyone But Me to help her find the courage to talk to me about it. Now, here it is that her mother is also, but, there's still that velvet rope or that dividing line. You're not exactly sure how much you should share, and the relationships that you portray in this series, it is educational. Maybe it was unintentional, but it is absolutely educational. And I think I'm speaking for her when I say thank you for allowing us to have a dialogue that is healthy for both of us.
That's great to hear. Yeah.
I'm so glad. Another interesting factor that you wrote into the storyline was that it was post 9/11. Are you ladies from New York? Are you East Coasters? Why was it important to write that particular? I love New York.
It was one of the early germs of the idea for Anyone But Me, which was that, all the kids I noticed, now that were teens at the time when we, back in 2008, were, never really knew of a world pre 9/11. And they knew nothing of what it was like to ride the trains and not hear the see something, say something, see, military stationed at your trains or any of that. They didn't. They never were, they never had that other world, and I thought it was a fascinating thing for us, where it's something totally different and intrusive and kind of scary for them. They're like, whatever, this is just the way it is, because they didn't know anything else. So, that was kind of a big part of what the initial idea was with Anyone But Me.
It just seems like such a lifetime ago, but it really isn't, Things were different, and I guess that is really in the quote-unquote rainbow of things. I mean, as we mentioned before, our children are a lot bolder, and love is more fluid, I would say, and I think we're trailblazers in that. Sometimes I don't know as a parent if that's the best thing, but I guess so.
You know what? Well, I'm a parent too. You never know. You just never know.
You never.
But you have to. Your life is part of their life, and obviously vice versa.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the particulars of us living in a post 9/11 world is what draws me in and drew me in when Tina talked about it, and also New York for me is because I'm a small town girl, but I've lived here many years now, and the going outside and walking in the midst of so many different kinds of people, so many different stories. And the energy of it, too. It just seemed, my feeling also is the more particular the background or the subtext of your stories, in some way, the more universal they become. The more I can't explain why, but...
Yes, very true.
They all hit something that's part of us emotionally.
Right.
So, also I have a feeling about young people and what they actually can... you kind of teach everyone in a sense about that vulnerability that humans have at that age,
because it's pretty raw. It's very exposed, and that's the phrase Don't lose the fun. Don't lose the innocence. My innocence is gone. I'm so sorry. It's just gone. It's been gone for a long time. We're going to come back and we're going to take a break. But when we come back, joining us in Pillow Talk are the two starlets and beautiful faces of this award-winning web series, Anyone But Me, Miss Rachael Flores and Nicole Payson. You don't want to miss this, so don't, okay? We'll be back. You're listening to The Satin Lounge with KiaRene.